Maybe that's how we could start off the video. Just be like, yeah.
Yo, YouTube.
Yo.
Hey, Kibble.
Hey, Greg.
What marsupial spins real fast, can't talk no good, and isn't the Tasmanian devil?
Is it Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, that's right. We're doing Crash Bandicoot covers this week. Woo!
You should know by now, but Cover Clash is a series in which me and Greg fight about who can be the best musician. And this time we put a spin on it. We did a randomizer. We added a random element to the thing. So we randomized which track from the whole Crash Bandicoot canon we would do, including the fourth game. I got Snow Go from Crash 2, and Greg got
Toon Time
from Crash 3. We're not very familiar with these tracks, like I've heard them in passing. They're not our favourite tracks, but you know, that's not the point of randomizer. The point of randomizer is to just do what you're told. Then Greg came up with a concept of some sort of challenge on top of that. Would you like to explain, Greg?
Basically, I wanted to challenge Kibble to do stupid things, so I decided to pick 3 challenges that he could do of varying difficulty, so it wasn't all completely unfair. If you want to pick a number between 1 and 3.
1.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I don't know what it's going to look like for you. Here is option number 1.
There, no MIDI. No MIDI. That's alright. I wasn't going to use MIDI anyway. So
Oh, you looked out there, but...
Oh, wait a minute. Drums. What have I got?
Yeah, the idea is you set challenges for me.
Okay. No arms. Eyes closed. I happened to get the challenge of no MIDI, which wasn't too much of a disadvantage at first because I don't tend to use MIDI, but I have an electric drum kit and I don't use the onboard sounds on that. I use VSTs and such, so that kind of put me at the disadvantage. I tried using the audio output on it and it sounded bad. I tried
Kibble with thesaurus. I got the challenge to use a sampler, which was more of a boon than anything else, because as you'll see, I also got violin as one of my instruments, and I really can't play that. Hey Google, how do you tune a violin? So I decided to sample it instead, so it worked out quite nicely.
What a cheating. We randomized the instruments too. 5 instruments each.
Here's how that went.
Well, I've written down all the instruments that actually make sense. So I've
The
left.
thing is, you've got a lot more instruments than me.
I do. Oh, I've got a Glock now.
Just to clarify as well, we live in Wales. He means a glockenspiel, not.
Right, banjo, violin, drums. I can take that. Bass, yes. Piano.
Ah, cheating.
Right, should we randomize your instruments, Greg? It might help you out because you got fewer instruments. You're bound to get the ones that you can play.
10 seconds later.
Oh, violin.
Oh my god. Well, I know what I'm doing with the sampler.
Oh, that's cheating. Electric guitar, melodica. Alright, you got bass. Well done.
No drums.
Acoustic guitar.
Okay, so I'm going to use that for drums then.
It's cheating. So Snow Go, actually quite a simple and delightful tune. Basically, I didn't know it very well when I went in, so I spent my time working it out and playing it. So I did little sections at a time, so it was hard to like arrange it and work it out and learn to play the violin at the same time. So it's pretty much a reskin. I had to alter some of the melodies that I put on the banjo because the range didn't allow for it. I suck at violin, so I just put it as the little stabs and little bits of melody fragments that come in now and again. I had fun miking up the cajon because I've got a bass drum mic here, the Shaw D1112 I think it is. So I put that on the back and then used this mic here to mic up the front of the cajon. I think I got a semi-decent sound for how rushed I was. Yeah, I quite like it. I added some funky piano as well to sort of make it sound good and make it sound like I am competent at something. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to really make it my own. I mean, it sounds completely different, but that's just due to the random instruments I'm using. And I didn't write an ending, so you can take points off me if you like. I did a fade out, but enjoy. Oh, was that it? Come on. Fucking Paganini here.
So I did Tomb Time, which I had also never heard before. Going into this, I usually have at least a little bit of a plan, but this time I was just like, all I could think about was, oh crap, I gotta play violin, crap, I gotta play violin. I basically went into it very slapdash, committed a bit of a sin when you're doing covers. You could say I made a cardinal sin. Get it?
I didn't even realise yours was Scar.
I knew I had to do violin and I thought tremolo.
The easiest technique.
Especially if you use it in the way I did. Basically, I was riffing off other Scar tracks. One of the ideas I had was Ghost Town. I thought tremolo would work quite well in the intro because it's kind of like a spooky, scary intro. Because I spent so long on the intro getting the violin in tune and everything, I kind of rushed through the rest of it, just slapped the bass line down and then filled all of the spaces in everywhere else. I did a couple of like slow down sections where I just slowed the tune down by about half, and it kind of sounds a bit like Baggy Trousers by Madness as well. Violin, I also sampled the plug-in sound and added some filters and stuff to make it sound more like the original sound, which I thought was a cool idea. Not much else to say on it really. It's a fairly straightforward cover, but with some cool Scar elements, so enjoy.
Hey, weren't those covers great? Oh my god, the pinnacle of YouTube video game covers. You're welcome. You can vote for the best one in the comments below, or you can join our Discord and vote for them there.
Yep, you get to click on one of our faces.
Yeah, click on the face that you want to win. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another one. Please give us some suggestions for challenges and suggestions for games.
Feel free to support us on Patreon.
Please.
Bye. Bye.